Well, I finally got my hands on a Drake R4C. This is a triple conversion receiver from what I've read, and it's prized by many collectors. So this one was said to be dead on arrival. It wouldn't power up, and so yes, that was true. So I took the lid off this thing and found the on-off switch was non-operative, so I jumped the switch and the radio came to life. And what I found with this one is the pre-selector is gummed up with old grease. It barely moves, but it moves. The band switch seems operational. This gain control is kind of iffy. It's kind of sticky. This switch here will need a lot of work. The on-off switch is broken, and I think all these functions here are basically not operational. This thing kind of grinds when you turn it. It's kind of scary. These modes seem to work. It does have two filters, and it's missing this filter, but it has these two. And sure enough, that does work. Here's 20 meters here. And sure enough, I'm pulling in people, so let's see who we can find. And the PTO is gummed up. Unfortunately, it has the plastic gears too. I read that some of these older or newer, later serial numbers have the gears that are metal, but no, I got stuck with more plastic gears in here. It doesn't look like they've been lubricated, which is good. And the VFO is very hard to turn, so it needs some work. But all in all, this could be a good radio. As the seller said, it's a good candidate for restoration. So, and the guy has a bunch of crystals in this thing. It doesn't look like it's been modified a lot as far as the audio and everything. And the audio, from what I've heard in this thing, is pretty good. Some people complain about the audio being bad, but this seems unmodified so far. I thought they had like a first IF roofing filter in here, and they don't. They got a resistor in there, so that's a disappointment. And there's no noise blanker in this thing. I was hoping there would be one, but there's not. So, oh well, more money gets spent for those things. The calibrator, I'm not sure if it works or yet or not. And I guess the noise blanker goes here. We'll see. I guess it had one. It's been removed. But all in all, I'm happy with this thing. I mean, right out of the box, the last 15 minutes, I just grabbed it out of the box and fired it up with the switch being broken and put jumpers on it. It works pretty good. Let's take a look at what I can hear. This is 20 meters, and I'm on the long wire antenna there. Let's take a look at anything on here. I don't want to really turn this thing too fast. So it looks like on this, the dial on 20 matches everything else, which is nice. I guess I'm used to the TR4. So let's see what we can hear on here, if anything. There's some weak sideband. No, I'm really pleased with the audio. And what if we find someone stronger here?
Oh, I appreciate that. Very nice. And you have a good one there. While I'm talking... Get the frequencies correct. I'm going to mess them up here. And, yeah, okay. I think we got most of them here.
Yeah, that's nice. So you can use this, I think, in SSB mode too. Okay, that's the Christmas train guy. So obviously these switches are pretty bad. They're not working very well. They don't look too bad, but this radio is
That's right. I have entries in the log that you were looking for the Christmas trade. So very nice. Oh, you know, truth be told, Ron, I always did this as a kind of a lark. You know, it didn't, you know, it was something to do. Have a Christmas training, get together with people. But a couple of people, a couple of family members, and they say it's kind of meaningful to people. I didn't think it'd be that meaningful, but people really get enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, this thing, the audio is good. People complain about the audio being bad on these right out of the box, but I think this one's unmodified, and it's pretty darn good. Let's see what else we can find here. Well, I'm as happy as can be with this thing. It doesn't, for me, it works good. It doesn't need much work as far as tearing it apart and playing around with the yeah, this thing works to me a lot better than the R4C or the R4B. It works a lot better than the R4B right out of the box. There's less noise on it, so the ambient signal doesn't have so much hiss. Well, what else can we find here? This will be a project to work on for a little while. Get this thing cleaned up, take the PTO apart, get it cleaned up, get the contacts cleaned up. It seems like it works pretty much out of the box. This is 20 meters again. Seems like it's getting easier to turn as I turn it here. It's getting worked in again. I guess the grease is heating up, right? Of course, I can align this thing and maybe it'll come back a little more sensitive. It doesn't look like people have worked on it a whole lot. There could be weak tubes in this thing, who knows? That guy's loud. So yeah, the radio basically works on the box with the switch jumped. Let's see what happens on 40 meters here. Let's see if that works. This is very hard to turn. It's really, really crusted out.
appreciate talking with you, and we'll have to do this again soon. 858K, this is 886SC. Always a pleasure for me to. This is 886SC.
Okay. Anyway,
Director, that's the word. Yeah, that's the word. Well, that's sort of. I was thinking you put across the power line to the.
So there's some AM.
Very good. I don't know if we worked before or not, but anyway. My name is Ron, Radio Oscar November. Back to you there, NF7R, 20E.
About 50, 60 miles northeast of Las Vegas, and let's see, it's about two-thirds the way between Las Vegas and Mesquite, Nevada, if you know where those points on the map are. And give you the rundown here on the next go, but you're sounding really good. About 54 degrees here. And a pretty reasonable day for getting on for Christmas Day in these.
Yeah, fine, Don. Okay. A little bit of, it's not giving you any trouble at all, but some noise here on the 40, I have tonight. And maybe you work for W8 Victor Wall, possibly. He's been on here and been working people. Give it a try. Okay, we're going to work on something like this too. On the rock,
Well, let's see if the TR4 can hear these guys, the TR4C. Looks like they're on 7193. Let's see if we can hear them on the TR3. They sound good on the R4C. Well, let's pull the speaker out and put it on the this guy here. Let's move the antenna. Let's see if we can hear those guys. There we go. Can we hear him? AM mode. Let's see what else here. We got volume. It doesn't sound too good. Peak it. Can't hear him, can't hear a thing. Let's see. That's them. Looks like I can't even hear him on the TR4C. If the dial is accurate, looks like it was 100. Looks like it was a 7. Oh, looks like it's 7.3 there. 7.2, 7.290. That's where I'm at, and there they are. Well, let's go back and see if we can hear him. Boy, that's disappointing. TR4C is not doing so well compared to this guy. But that's to be expected, right? Antenna goes here. Speaker. Yeah, it's not easy to change this thing around, is it? Speaker back in here. There it is, speaker and antenna. Let's see what's happening. Okay, volume. Yeah, they're still there. And there was like sideband up here, right? Or am I not tuning in the right place? Okay, 7.293. 7293. Oh, that's why it's got to be here. 7293. There, I was wrong. Okay, let's try it again. Let's turn this down. That's what I get for not paying attention. I'll put the speaker back in this guy here. Put the antenna back on it. All right, are they coming in now? Yes, they are. So because the bandwidth is so tight on this TR4C, it's not good for AM at all. But they're coming in. There it is.
Because he's been trying to get me back up here. I used to work on those 6 weeks. Until about 4 or 5 years ago, and then this band really fell apart.
So yeah, they're about compatible. It's just that this new receiver to me is a little wider, so it sounds better on this guy. It's a little wider. Reception a little cleaner, so let's try it again. There's the antenna. There's the speaker. And it sounds like these guys are getting stronger. There we go. Turn it up. Well, this guy might have better signal. So this guy might need a good tune-up. But it sure is clear when it works. It's weak, but it's clear. I wonder if we got, okay. Yeah, it's fading out.
This receiver will cut out any QRM from 7290 sideband. And
7290.
really well, and the whole rig works pretty good. So all right. Anyway, you're doing fine. And Valiant's doing a good job for you. I owned a Valiant way back a long time ago when nobody was on AM. Probably a CD, but I don't know. Anyway, and I sure wish I hadn't, because it was pretty good rig. I fired it up and ran it some, was able to make a contact or two with it. But my big one is 10 years. I was just on worked a fellow in Cleveland, Ohio, and yesterday made one contact and heard some others. But I just was up there a few minutes ago and called 62 a couple of times.
Well, it's coming in clearly, but not very strong. Let's revert back to the other TR4C here and see what it sounds like. For one last revert here and see what happens. Put the antenna in here. Come on. Put the speaker in here. See how it sounds when these two guys talking on AM. Here we go.
About 6 weeks ago, it was open 2 days. Boys got down, that was the last I heard until yesterday.
Yeah, I'm getting some ABC action on these guys. So this is probably a more tuned receiver for now. This guy probably needs an alignment in the front end, but I like the wide reception of this thing. It's really pleasant to hear, so it might need some tune-up compared to this guy. I really haven't tuned this one yet either. I mean, I got it working, transmit and receive, but it's not been fine-tuned or aligned very well, so anyway, let's turn this thing off. I'll shock myself and take a look underneath of it. There, that turns it off. Turn off the switch here. Switch is dead. Boy, switch is really, hear it grinding. It's got issues. Everything has issues, right? Okay, turn it over for the inspection. Whoa, now it's still on. The thing is still running, man. So the switch has decided to work. Well, let's pull it out. There we go. Don't need to get shocked with 250 volts B plus today. And see what's going on under here. All right. Get some light on here. I don't want to break that airplane. It's not done yet. Okay, so from what I've read, this power supply board is a real bad actor. It's just bad. Looks like the power transformer is hanging in there. It's not running very hot, so I'm glad about that. And as I've read, you can see the, let's get this thing flipped over all the way. Sideways isn't going to work, is it? Let's flip it over the whole way here. Over the whole way. Okay, there we go. The one-hand flip method. Bam. So, you can see the heat from those resistors, which I've read is a problem. And it's turned off now. The radio is powered down. Let's see how these things are hot on my finger still. Yeah, they're hot. So, it'd be nice to get that cooled off a bit. It's really wasting electricity and making a lot of heat. How do things look under here otherwise? This used to be in a cage, now it's not. At least in the TR4. Is this an output for the speaker? I suppose it is. It's a nice little radio. So 2.4 going in. I guess it's a roofing filter. I'm not sure what that thing is yet. But this thing sure looks like a more planned production execution. Looks like the switches got cleaned up too, or whatever. They're not too dirty. They just need lubricated, I guess, and cared for. So, well, that looks worn. But hey, it's an old radio. All right, and looks like that filter had seen some bashing damage, but it's working. They did put a door on here, which I wanted, as it was missing this cover. But the cover's on there now. I'm gonna clean off all the crud on it, but they found one somewhere. There's the serial number of it. It's a high serial number. And there's two filters in here. I'm missing the lowest one. Anyway, that's about it for the R4C. Pretty happy with this purchase. It's going to take days and days to get it cleaned up and get it working well, but that's how it is with these old radios. It takes some dedication, but all in all, it works. So that's a very positive thing. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and have a great day.